Slow eBay sales getting you down this time of year. Here's a few tips to maybe boost your sales a little bit. Hey guys, welcome back. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. My name is Mickey. This is McFlippins, where we do some eBay talk. We do some flipping videos mainly, but today we're going to be doing a little tips and tricks video with some sales at the end of the video. So if you are looking for sales, stick around to the end of the video. But first, we're going to go over a few tips. First tip is consistency. You got to be consistent. That is the key to eBay success, is consistency, which you probably knew already, but it's a good reminder. You should be listing every day. eBay's algorithm does seem to be in your favor when you're listing every day. It seems to be helping me get my sales back up, because I'm still kind of in a slump, but doing these few things have boosted my sales in the last week from last week. Not saying much, but it did help. So consistency. I have been listing every day since I started listing, since I moved here to Florida. That was another thing. When I moved, I was in away mode, tanked my sales. So since I've started listing again, I haven't stopped. So at the very least, I'm listing 5 items a day. So sometimes more, sometimes 10, 15, 20, depends on what kind of mood I'm in that day. But at the very least, 5. So you want to be consistent. So there's your first tip, which hopefully you knew already, but like I said, sometimes it's good to have a reminder. Every day, at least 5 items. Second tip, maybe sometime when you got some extra time, go through your old listings, especially if they've been sitting more than 6 months to a year. Most of my items haven't been listed more than a year, because that's how I've only been doing eBay seriously for about a year, so none of my items really have been listed more than a year. But if they've been sitting for more than 6 months, there's obviously something wrong with that item, or the price anyway, or just nobody wants it. Going through the listings, lowering prices, keeping up with market trends, especially with collectibles. You want to be on top of the prices, because in the collector's world, prices are fluctuating up and down all the time. An item worth $50 6 months ago might be worth $30 or $20 now. It all depends. So you want to keep on top of that. So maybe it's good to go through your inventory, change some prices, lower some prices, which I did this week. And it has certainly picked up a few sales of those staler items. Had a lot of shirts and a lot of hats and some other stuff like Christmas ornaments that have been sitting quite stale. So I went through and changed a lot of the prices, lowered them, because obviously I had them priced too high or they would have sold. So that's a good thing, good practice. Maybe once a month, go through your inventory and kind of keep with the trends, keep with the selling trends, and adjust your prices accordingly. Also, while you're going through it could be a good time to pull some items down. Know when to cut your losses. So that's the next tip. Know when to cut your losses. Has it been listed over a year? Has it been listed 2 years? There's probably a good reason that it's not sold, and it's either the price or it's just not going to sell. And eBay's great for selling a lot of things, but sometimes you just got to know when to cut your losses. So either pull that item down, you can donate it, or if you do flea markets, sell it at a flea market, sell it at a yard sale. Some cash is better than no cash, and it's taking up space in your inventory. So that's one thing. Space is money. So there's another bit of advice. Know when an item just needs to come down off of eBay and cut your losses. And the last tip, probably one of the most obvious, because it's one everybody knows about, but never hurts to be reminded. End and sell similar your items, which is something you could do when you're going through doing these other tips. And it's just good practice to go through and do it every once in a while. Not too often, but it does definitely seem to boost sales on those staler items, because when you end it and sell similar rather than relist it, eBay recognizes the item as new. So I went through and did that with a lot of items, and it definitely seems to have helped, because the t-shirts and the hats that were sitting stale, they're starting to move. And also some Christmas ornaments that I had sitting, which I had never done the end and sell similar on any of the Christmas ornaments since I listed them. So they needed it bad. Plus, I figured with Christmas coming up, because they were already starting to pick up before I did the end and sell similar on my Hallmark ornaments, because I have a lot of them. So once I did that, I did some price adjusting and changed the handling time. Most of those I do free shipping on, but regardless, I didn't change any of the prices because they were already pretty lowly priced, fairly priced, and to a point where with free shipping, I can't go any lower on them. So, but anything that sells similar did certainly help, because a few sold this week. Maybe it is Christmas is coming up, so that also could be a coincidence. But I have sold more in the last month than I have in the last few months. So there's the 4 tips. Are you listing every day? Lower your prices. Know when to cut your losses on some items, and end and sell similar. That seems to be helping with my sales. It's boosted them a little bit because I am starting to get back on track to where I'm selling at least where I'm shipping at least 5 items a day, which is where I was at before I came here. I still would like to increase that number to around 10 items a day going out at the very least. But we're getting there, and I think doing this will help me stay on track towards that goal. But we did have a few sales this week. We'll go over them here. Let's see. The first one was a Hallmark ornament. Go figure. Unicorn vintage 1981. It sold for $10. I think that was free shipping. Most of those, I got probably less than a quarter invested into these Hallmark ornaments, so I'm pretty much taking whatever I can get for them at this point. Plus, I've had them for a while, and I don't want to be looking at them anymore. I got a lot of them, so I'd like to get rid of those. And we sold a patch World War II British Royal Air Force Air Gunner wing. That sold for $20, free shipping. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be using the eBay envelope option for shipping patches anymore, because it's cheap, but you don't get solid tracking on them. And as much as I'd like to think you could trust people to say when they got an item, but if they don't have solid tracking, it's too easy for just dishonest buyers to say, I didn't get it, and you have to refund them, then you're out your item and the money. So I've been doing some thinking on that, so I might not be doing the eBay envelope feature with my patches anymore. So that'll hurt my profit, yes, but at least it keeps my butt safe from refunds and people stealing stuff or trying to get stuff for free. So, and our next sale was a hat. These are one of the items I had to go through, and I lowered my price, and it worked. I believe I didn't lower it a whole hell of a lot, but I did lower it from like $34 to $24, and it did sell for its full price after I lowered it, of $24.97 plus shipping. This is a vintage 1999 NHRA Northeast Division Craftsman's Finals participant hat. That was a mouthful. And the next sale was a Vietnam-era Firestone helmet liner. That sold for $39.12, so I probably sent out an offer on those, and somebody accepted, with it being a weird cent, with 12 cents there. Helmet liners and helmets, they're always a good, easy, quick sale in my experience. If you list them correctly and price them right, they will sell, and it generally doesn't take very long. And the next sale, another Christmas ornament. Hallmark Disney Redbox Cinderella Christmas ornament, which sold for $12, free shipping. Also sold a Fuggler. A Fuggler Funny Ugly Monster Laboratory Misfits Edition Old Tooth plush. That sold for $15 plus shipping, which wasn't too bad. I paid $1 for that. It's actually one of the first things I bought at a yard sale here in Florida near Pensacola. For $1, turned that $1 into $15. So after, taxes and fees and everything, it's not bad for $1. Another Christmas-related sale: Coca-Cola Ugly Christmas Sweater with the polar bear on it. This thing was pretty cool. If it was my size, I probably would have kept it. But that sold for $25. I actually bought that the same day as the Fuggler at another garage sale. Not the same one, but a different one. Also paid $1 for that. And that sold for $25 plus shipping. Another item I had gone through and lowered the price on didn't sell for much, $15, and I think I paid $5 for that. So not a huge profit on that, but it's been sitting long enough. I want it gone. $15. Somebody sent me an offer. I think I had it listed for $20 after I lowered it from its original price, which was, I think, $30. So $15, I'll take it just to get it moving. So this was a decent sale. Vietnam era U.S. Army OG 107 uniform shirt. This one was kind of cool because it had theater made patches. That sold for $48.72, and I paid $5 for that at a military show, so that's not a bad profit there. And the next sale was a hat, which was another item I did lower my price on recently. Wasn't much. I think I had it listed originally for like 20 or 25. I lowered it to 15. Somebody sent me an offer for 10. I took it. Happy to be rid of it, because that came with a lot of hats. I think I paid $200 for a lot of over 100 hats. I've made my money back on the hats, so anything at this point is just per profit, and I still got a lot of them left too, so I'm going to be doing pretty well as long as they keep selling. So I'm happy with that sale. And the next one was a vintage 90s Fruit of the Loom California Beach Company neon single stitch shirt. When I picked this up, I thought it was so cool. I thought it'd be worth more, and it was a good example of going through your prices and lowering them. I had it listed for $50, which obviously was too much because I thought it was too cool. I thought it was cooler than it really was. So when I went through and lowered that one, I think I lowered it to $34.97, and somebody sent me an offer for $25, and I figured, what the hell? Pretty much the first view it's had in weeks. Take it. So I sold it for $25 plus shipping. And another hat. And this one wasn't too spectacular, but it's gone, thank God. It was a Mack Trucks hat, and it was $8 plus shipping. I was glad to be rid of that one because it honestly didn't have much going for it, so probably wouldn't have gotten any other offer. So figured I should take the $8 and run on that one. Next one was kind of a fun sale. I actually just picked it up at a flea market this Monday on Veterans Day. A Sublime concert shirt. It still had the Live Nation tag on it. That sold for $24.97, and I paid $3 for that at the flea market. So that wasn't too bad of a turnaround, and it was quick. Another vintage shirt. This one was kind of cool because it was local to me when I lived in New York anyway. The Village Tavern in Hammondsport, New York. T-shirt with the stripes on it. That sold for $15. That was one of those ones. I had that listed for $35 for the longest time, and I wasn't. It's the same person. He's been sending me offers since I had it listed originally for $10, which at the time I really thought was just too low. So I kept ignoring it or declining it. And then I lowered it to $25, and the same guy sent me an offer for $10. I countered at $20. He came back at $14, and I went $15, and he accepted. So it's $15 in the pocket. I paid $5 for it at an estate sale, which I paid $80 for my pile of stuff there, and I made a couple $100 off of one item I sold from that sale. So it's really just profit. So glad, a little sad to see it go because I like cool vintage local stuff, but it's gone. $15, I'll take it. It's gone. And the last sale, World War II lot of 10th Mountain Division patches. They were missing the tab. Normally they have a tab over it that says Mountain. I sold a lot of 6 patches for $26.07 plus shipping. So for roughly a grand total of $318.78 for 3 days of worth of sales. Definitely would like to get that higher, but $100 a day is not bad, but after you consider eBay fees, shipping, taxes, it's not a lot. So I definitely need to improve these numbers. But doing the few tips I gave you earlier in the video have boosted the sales a little bit to get me to that point, so it could have been worse. I would like it to be better, but it could have been worse. So keep that in mind. So hopefully those tips will help you get a few sales boosted or get some stale inventory moving again. If this video was helpful for you, remember to please click like and subscribe. It really does the channel a big help. We're trying to reach 1,000 here. We're at 625, so we're getting there. We got the watch hours, but we need the subscribers. So if you're not a subscriber already, why aren't you? It's free. Go ahead and click the subscribe button. I really would appreciate it. So thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to get out there and look for those deals. They're out there, but you need to be out there to find them. I'll catch you next time.